always a huge challenge, but it's a challenge that we really enjoy. We work year-round to make the festival happen, so there are 4 core staff on a year-round basis, but then the staff at the moment has grown to about 150, and we've about 1,000 artists participating in the festival, 200 volunteers, and hopefully up to 40,000 attenders at the festival as well. If we can just look behind me here, you can see that we've transformed Meeting House Square, and we have an amazing show called BRIEFS, which is taking residency here for the next 10 days as part of the festival. They'll be followed by Cormac's Big Band and by the Rubber Bandits on Saturday the 22nd. Other big highlights include Dogs, an amazing dance performance I've just actually seen in Project Arts Centre. Singlehood, which is on next week, an amazing show about the kind of true lives of single people here in Ireland. And another huge success for us this year is a show called Farm, which actually involves live animals and is a complete recreation of a farm in the city centre. It's really wonderful. The big thing we've learned over the course of the last few years with the recession is that bigger doesn't always mean better. But we've actually gone from strength to strength despite the economic circumstances, and I think there's a real flourishing of artistic work here in Dublin at the moment over the past few years, and we've been very lucky to be at the heart of that.
Okay guys, I'm absolutely thrilled and excited. Today I am in a place where nobody else had been here before. So basically the backstage of BRIEFS at the Absolut Fringe Festival, and we're going to see all those gorgeous performers and see what they're up to before the show. So follow me. Fez, what are you doing right now? What's this?
I'm fixing up the lady of the group's hair and her headpiece. I play the host and the bearded lady and the ringmaster of the Brief Circus. So I have the pleasure of introducing all these stunning circus performers, and I also have the pleasure of dressing up like a complete idiot drag queen. And we've been on tour for almost 3 months now, so we're kind of relatively show fit. All the boys train very hard with their circus stuff. It's actually a gag in the show. I don't do much training. My training is avoiding fried chicken and looking for size 17 heels.
Do they do that?
They do. And I whenever I find a shop that sells size 17 heels, I generally buy them out of all of them. So I've got like big, giant platform silver disco boots. I've got black heels, red heels, go-go boots, stripper heels. Anything that will go onto my giant feet, really.
I can't believe you're doing your own makeup.
Yeah,
My God, I'm amazed. Like, where did you learn?
off a dirty big drag queen.
I'm sure you're going to look even more amazing in a few seconds.
Yeah, I'm going to try and convert my face into a Eurovision glow-in-the-dark number.
Okay. So tell us, what is the craziest stuff you do on stage?
Crazy stuff I do is wear lime green bikinis and stripper heels and disgusting massive wigs.
What does it mean for you to be part of the group as well and do all those great, acrobacies and all that on stage?
It's good. It's just like hanging out with your family, really. Touring around, doing all the same thing you do with your normal family. Having fun, fighting.
Oh, you're fighting as well? With who are you fighting? Now we're getting like interesting information. So who are you fighting with? I want to know.
No, just play fighting, not real fighting. Yeah.
That's cute, but that's family thing.
Yeah.
So Natana, a question that I think everybody wants to have the answer to is, what's the difference between burlesque and striptease?
Oh,
That's a serious one.
that's a serious and a good question. Well, to my understanding, the difference between burlesque and strip is, well, there's an art of tease in burlesque. So it's not necessarily getting your kit off just to show your bits. It's about it's how you get there in the first place. So, a clever way to show the journey from getting your clothes off to showing your bits.
So how did you get into burlesque yourself?
Interesting circumstances. I wasn't necessarily interested in burlesque as a performance style, but one day my brother and brother-in-law there, Mark, and I were sitting around and watching all these girls in Brisbane doing these amazing burlesque shows, and Well, basically, we said, why don't we get our clothes off? Instead, dance around with feathers.
Not everybody can just go on stage and do burlesque, really.
Oh, not necessarily. I mean, I guess there are certain degrees of burlesque where people can just take their clothes off, and there's all different ways to show the art of tease. But for us, we wanted to do it whilst doing our circus skills. So you will see in the show us doing aerials or acrobatics, and at the same time, or in and amongst all that, we actually take our clothes off.
So we've got gorgeous Joni there. Joni, I've heard you're very, very strong, so tell us, what is your specialty in the show?
I'm an old-time strongman.
What does that mean?
So it's the old-style circus strongman where you tear phone books in half, roll up frying pans, that sort of thing.
Wow, okay. And how do you wow your public?
How do I wow my public? I think mostly just by doing things that most people think are impossible.
Okay.
So that's kind of what a strongman does. Things like snapping screwdrivers, people don't think that a human being can do that. So to do that with your bare hands.
So you're really a Superman, aren't you?
Yeah, that's what I'm going for.
I think he is a Superman, and I can't wait to see what you do with all your hands and all that strength that you have.
Yeah, well, it just takes a lot of training to get to that point. So
And how many hours do you train every week?
between 1 and 3 hours a day, 6 days a week.
This is a very strict discipline.
Yep.
Okay. And do you eat hamburgers?
I'm actually a hamburger eating champion.
Seriously?
Yes.
Oh my God! Where in Australia?
In Singapore, I have my picture up in a shop there. I ate a 1.1 kilo burger.